But first, your neighborhood Stormwatch team is tracking heat, humidity, and showers. This is a live look from the Fox 46 tower cam back toward Uptown. Sunny skies today and rising temps will soon be giving way to rain. We got a few spots already seeing some rain right now.
Meteorologist Tara Lane has your complete neighborhood stormwatch forecast. What's the latest, Tara?
Well, the rain that we have out there today, which isn't everywhere, just kind of like yesterday, a few isolated downpours, a couple of storms at times. Nothing severe, though. This is from an easterly push, an easterly flow here. So we've got all this moisture streaming in basically from the Atlantic Ocean, of course, working with the daytime heating and humidity. And we're seeing these heavy showers, some occasional lightning. We're looking right now. So here's Rockingham. We've got Ellerbe to the north, northwestern Richmond County. This is pushing off to the west, and much like yesterday too, and all these showers here, showers and storms pushing in kind of the opposite direction from what we're used to, basically from east to west. So showers up there, thunderstorm. We've got more developing heavy rain over Pageland, west of Chesterfield, and heading down into southern Lancaster County, upstate South Carolina, and more heavy rain and still some occasional lightning. That's what those flashing dots indicate. This is western Lincoln County pushing west toward Olive Grove, Kaiser, Lawndale, and the Polkville area. Otherwise, some rain, which has gotten heavier over northern Iredell County right now. And this is all ahead of a cold front that will bring us some changes, but more rain and needed rain too for a lot of us the next couple of days. Right now, still on the hot side. We've got plenty of spots, upper 80s, lower 90s, lower 80s in the mountains. Once you factor in that humidity, it feels like it's still in the mid to upper 90s. But coming up in your complete neighborhood stormwatch forecast, when more rain arrives, the more favored day for seeing some rain heading into the weekend, and how much cooler we're going to get. That's coming up, Diana.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Heat, humidity, and with rain now on the way, you're going to be sure to catch your latest neighborhood stormwatch forecast tonight on Fox 46 News at 10. New at 6, just take a look at the surveillance video catching criminals in their tracks. There they go, smashing through the front door of the Palmetto Breeze cigar place in Rock Hill. This break-in, one of 4 Rock Hill police believe could be related.
Fox 46's Lindsay Klein is live in Rock Hill tonight. And Lindsay, you spoke to one of the owners here of the businesses that were targeted.
Brian and Diana, I did. And this is actually the rock specifically that those suspects you saw in that video used to break into this cigar shop here. It's pretty heavy. I'm going to put it down for a second. But police believe it was those same 3 suspects that went a few spots down and broke into the nail salon and vandalized it at this same shopping center on Crown Point Lane. And then they weren't done yet. Police believe those same 3 suspects drove about 10 miles down the road and broke into and vandalized 2 other businesses here in Rock Hill.
This is my retirement plan, and fortunately, some people want to do business after hours.
2 throws using a giant rock, and these criminals are ready to ransack Palmetto Breeze Cigar Place in Rock Hill.
It's a business that my wife and I have kind of put everything into it.
Around 6 a.m. Monday, the Leland family was notified that their family business had been burglarized.
Door busted out and everything strewn around behind the counter.
The suspects leaving behind at least about $500 worth of damage and then some.
We figured we lost about 40% of our sales because our merchant services system was dead.
You can see the suspects here running in and out of the store, fully disguised from head to toe.
Every time I see it, I just feel like I'm getting kind of violated again.
Not only did they leave this cigar shop in shambles, but the same people are believed to have gone a few doors down, committing the same crime at this nail salon.
Yeah, they've chosen a path that's kind of sad.
And the 3 disguised delinquents may have not been done just yet. They're likely the same 3 that traveled about 10 minutes down the road, busting out the door at least 2 other businesses.
One day they're going to have to look back and think about what they did, and if they're half human, they'll have a sense of guilt about it.
But at least he's able to turn horror into humor with the souvenir they left behind.
So I've kept the rock. It sits by the door, and I painted on it the punks, because that's the punks rock. I look forward to the day when they're caught and I get to testify in court as the impact it had on me.
And this is, you can see here where he wrote the punks rock on this rock. Again, if you happen to know any of the people in that video, if you know anything about it, if you recognize the car, be sure to call Rock Hill Police. All of these break-ins are currently still under investigation tonight. Reporting live in Rock Hill, Lindsay Klein, Fox 46 Charlotte.
Hopefully someone will come forward. Lindsay, thanks. We are following some breaking news in Statesville right now, where a child was rushed to the hospital after they were hit by a trailer that was being towed by a truck. This happened just before 3 o'clock this afternoon on Winberry Lane. Police tell Fox 46 that the child, 6 years old, emergency crews rushed him to the hospital at Brenner's Children's Hospital in Winston-Salem.
Breaking news out of Washington, where EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt has resigned. Controversy swirled around Pruitt for months. He's facing about a dozen probes into his spending, ethics, and policy choices, including forcing staffers to pay for his hotel rooms and then refusing to reimburse them. President Trump says Deputy Administrator Andrew Wheeler will now become acting head of the EPA.
At least 17 people are dead following an explosion at a fireworks shop north of Mexico City. Authorities were saying that 2 of the explosions went off at the workshop. Among the dead are first responders who rushed to the scene after the first explosion. 31 others were injured. Well, back here, traffic is moving again in Southwest Charlotte despite this big mess on West Boulevard near 485. A dump truck overturned near 485, spilling this dirt all over the road. The driver and a child had to be taken out of that truck. They cut out of the truck, but they are okay. No word yet on what caused the crash.
The mother of this 18-year-old murder victim is begging the community for answers. More than a year after Shania Hammonds died, the person who killed her still on the run. Fox 46's Robin Kennedy tells us why CMPD pulled the lead investigator from the case.
Somebody hurt her because she was ready to live her life. She wasn't ready to die. So if there's anybody out there that knows what happens to my daughter, please say something.
This grief-stricken mother has waited almost a year and a half for answers about who killed her daughter, 18-year-old Shania Hammonds.
She wanted to live her life. She had a lot to live for. She had a lot she wanted to do.
Frenetta Hammonds says she kept calling Detective Corey Berman, who was put on the case when Shania was killed. Her body found behind a house on Willowgate Lane in East Charlotte in February 2017.
I was on the phone every day, and I was never getting a response from this guy.
When Lieutenant Susan Manasseh took over the Violent Crimes Unit this past February, she was not satisfied with Berman's work.
I know that when I go to her or I go to him and I ask a question, I have an answer. They don't have to look in a little notepad or give me some answer. They know it, right?
Berman was taken off the case almost immediately and has since resigned from CMPD.
Did CMPD fail this family?
No.
Why not?
Why not? Because it was being worked. Now we've been able to examine and have clear focus and clear purpose. Where that particular detective, did he fail her? Yes. Did CMPD? No.
The reward for information leading to Shania's killer has now doubled and stands at $10,000. Robin Kennedy, Fox 46 Charlotte.
New at 6, Burke County father is accused of lighting his home on fire while his 5 children were inside. According to the Burke County Sheriff's Office, Floyd Tate IV locked himself inside his mobile home with his children and then set it on fire. This happened yesterday on Pritchard Drive in Morganton. Crews were able to get the children out in time. Tate is facing several charges, including felony arson and child abuse. Well, it is still just too dangerous to rescue the boys' soccer team trapped in a cave in Thailand. Doctors warn they are not healthy enough, especially 2 of the boys and the coach who are suffering from exhaustion and malnutrition. Crews are working to drain the flooded cave, but heavy rain is expected this weekend.
Investigators say they will never know the cause of a massive fire in the Carowinds parking lot, but they have a hunch. York County firefighters believe a cell phone charger may have sparked it. Yeah, cell phone charger. However, there's no way to tell for sure since all that's left of the car is its metal frame. 12 cars total were damaged in that fire.
New video just into the Fox 46 newsroom of a car fire, and this car caught fire on Brookshire Boulevard near Interstate 485. We are working to learn what caused it earlier this evening.
And a truck driver is in the hospital after this crash in Southwest Charlotte. New video into the Fox 46 newsroom shows this truck smashed into a tree off Granite Street. That driver being treated for life-threatening injuries. And a crash along South Boulevard has left a little girl in critical condition. CMPD says 5 people were taken to the hospital, 3 of them children. The crash happened around 5:30 this morning. According to police, the driver of one of the cars is accused of driving under the influence. Well, the day after a volunteer firefighter was killed responding to a call, those who knew him best are remembering him outside the fire station. Brandon Smith has the story.
He's always wanted to be a fireman. That was always his desire.
The sister of West Liberty volunteer fireman Michael Goodman holding back tears Thursday morning.
He's had that desire from growing up. Was playing with fire trucks and going to fires.
Goodman died Wednesday afternoon responding to a car crash. According to Highway Patrol, Goodman was attempting to pass a vehicle when he struck a woman's car, making a left turn onto a private drive.
I sincerely apologize for what happened. And I know he didn't do that intentionally. I can tell you that because he was there to save lives, not to take lives.
Michael died doing something that he loved to do.
2 women were airlifted to Wake Forest Baptist Hospital with serious injuries. The chief says they serve around 4,000 people and average around 550 calls a year. He adds that Goodman was at the department for 2 years and everyone loved him.
He would do as much for you as he would for his family. He would do as much for anybody out here in the community that he wanted to help. He would help them as much as he would anybody else.
With funeral arrangements pending, those in the area relying on each other to get them through this tough time. Brandon Smith, Fox 46 Charlotte.
A Mooresville family left without a place to call home after fire guts their house. The latest on the investigation into what sparked the flames. A Charlotte teenager dies after falling over a waterfall.
She was just so young. She was a very bright girl. I don't know how this happened.
More on the heroic action she took, sacrificing her own life to save her sisters. A woman burned and scarred by fireworks launched into a crowd. The latest on the search for the person responsible for this Sky Show scare. Tara?
Well, just a few spotty showers and storms out there again tonight, but there's more rain on the way as we head into the weekend and a cooler treat ahead. We'll take a look after the break.
I'm Diana Alvear.
And I'm Brian Blakely. You're watching Fox 46 Charlotte News at 6, getting results in South Park, Huntersville, and the entire Charlotte area.
New at 6, a Chirra man is dead after the fireworks he was holding exploded against his body. Crews responded to the Dizzy Gillespie apartments yesterday after receiving a call about the man getting hit in the torso with fireworks. Witnesses say 24-year-old MC Gallion was trying to set them off when they exploded. He was rushed to the hospital but died from his injuries. Fireworks started a house fire in Huntersville. According to the fire department, it was an entirely preventable situation. It happened on Devonshire Drive. Someone tossed fireworks into a trash can outside and it caught fire. Flames spread to the home, causing about $30,000 in damage. And fireworks are to blame for damaging several trucks in Pineville. Firefighters believe someone didn't throw out their fireworks properly, and it caused the trucks to go up in flames just after midnight. Luckily, nobody got hurt. More fireworks emergencies in Mecklenburg County. Medic responded to 3 separate incidents. 2 people suffered life-threatening injuries. Medic also went out to 4 heat-related calls, but everyone in those cases is expected to be okay. Well, another day of 90-degree heat. We're taking a live look from Plaza Midwood on Chatham Avenue. And look at that. The streets are empty. Rising temperatures forcing people inside tonight. So when will we see some relief? We've been asking. Well, let's check in with meteorologist Tara Lane right now with her complete neighborhood storm watch forecast. Tara, have any answer? Yes, Sims is here talking about a Thompson playing sports, but this time it's baseball.
Yeah, it's Trace Thompson, brother. A lot of people might know of Klay Thompson, NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors. His whole goal is to try and create his own path separate from his brother and his father, who's also an NBA champion. So coming up next in sports, I'm going to introduce you to Trace and show you how he's creating his own path in baseball. Stay tuned for that.